of our followers sent us a private message and told us about this hotel. There was this husband and wife. The husband, Calvin, found out that his wife was having an affair. She wasn't having an affair just with one guy, though. The husband found out about it and shot himself inside this room. And she said that she murder.
What is your name?
My name is Shay. What's yours?
My name's Grant.
Okay, guys, so we are in this hotel. It's right off the
Louder. Suffocate.
It's right off the interstate in Georgia.
Rude.
So a friend of ours, well, not a friend of ours, but one of our followers sent us a private message and told us about this hotel. So let me give you a backstory about it first before we start. So anyway, there was this husband and wife. Her name was Sherry, I think, and his name was Calvin. So the husband, Calvin, found out that his wife was having an affair. So she wasn't having an affair just with one guy, though. She was having an affair with two guys. Remember that? So anyway, Melissa. So she was having an affair with two guys, and the husband found out about it. He kind of had a suspicion that she was having an affair, but he didn't know that she was having an affair with two guys. So he told her one day that he was going to go to work, but the day before, he had went down the road to this car lot and rented a vehicle for the next day. And so that morning before he left, he told her bye, he was going to work, and he went down to this car lot and rented this vehicle. And so he had come back to their house and parked just a couple houses down from their house because she didn't know that he was going to be in another vehicle. So he sat there and watched their house, and she come out and left and took off, and he followed her in his rental car to this hotel. So he parked out in the parking lot, and she went in and got her hotel room, which is this one right here. And so he sat out in the parking lot for like 30 minutes, and then he went up, he come up to the door and knocked on the door.
Singing.
And
Hell.
and whenever the guy, one of the guys that she was
Elderly.
with, came to the door with a towel wrapped around his waist. And so the husband pushed his way through the door, and he had a gun on him, so he pulled out the gun and he shot all three of them several times, and then he turned around and shot himself inside this room right here. And she said that she remembers reading about it in the paper, huh?
So both the guys were in here at the same time?
Yeah, that's what she said. Both of the guys and the wife was in this room at the same time. So she was having an affair. She was having a threesome.
How old are you?
It doesn't
I'm
matter.
trying. Bathroom. Jacqueline. Grandfather.
Damn. Somebody's awful chatty tonight. So anyway, the husband shot and killed all three of them that was in this room, and then turned around and shot himself inside this room. And she said that she
Murdered.
murder.
Sing. Young. Be careful.
That's fucked up. So she remembers reading about it in the paper or something. But yeah, so that's the backstory on this, and that's why we're doing this. That's why we drove all this way, just to come to this hotel and see if we can find something out. And that just said murdered. Is that not crazy or what? But I think her name was Sherry and his name was Calvin, I think.
Find me.
No, you find me. Huh?
It's not gonna be hard. Right.
But I mean, it's a nice hotel. It's right off the interstate, so I mean, I guess that's the best place to go to have an affair. I guess just right off the interstate. I don't know where they lived at from here, but anyway, so that's the backstory, and I wanted to do an EVP session in here to see if we can get one of them. Sherry,
They're murdered.
huh?
Murders already came out.
I know, that's crazy. So, Sherry or Calvin, were you murdered in this room?
Bless.
Well,
Bless.
Calvin wouldn't be murdered. Calvin would have committed suicide.
Huh?
Calvin wouldn't be murdered. Calvin would have committed suicide.
Oh, well, yeah, Calvin would have committed suicide.
Where am I? Spirit.
You're in a hotel room. Is this where you died?
Leave it.
You don't want to bring it up?
Leave it.
How many people died that night?
Well, it wasn't that night because she said
False.
false.
Disrespectful.
She said that he left to go to work one morning and went and got the rental car and come back, and then she got her car a little later after that and left.
Oh, they all died here, though.
Disagree. Soon. What happened?
What happened? Apparently there was a murder in this room.
Murder-suicide.
Murder-suicide. Can you tell us about that? Is there still blood on the walls underneath the paint?
Where?
I don't know. You tell me where.
Diana. How are you?
Well, there's no Diana, so I don't know.
Who's Diana? I want to talk to Sherry, the one that was murdered in this room.
Sherry.
Sherry or Calvin were the two guys that was murdered in this room. Can you come through for us?
That's for sure you said
Frustrated. 47.
Huh?
That's for sure you said Charlene.
No, Sherry. She said her name was Sherry and Calvin was the husband and wife, but she don't know who the other two guys were.
Was the husband frustrated about the affair? Do you want me to talk about this? Can you tell me what year this happened?
It's kind of crazy. It's not saying nothing now. Where'd you go?
Are you afraid to talk about this? You can't get into any trouble because you're already dead.
That's crazy. It just shut
Can you
up.
please tell me your name?
What happened?
Are you ashamed of what you did? And that's why you quit talking? I'm not the police. We're not going to arrest you. We just want to know why you did it. Sometimes EVPs just go quiet for a while.
Do you not want to talk about it? We drove a couple hours to get here just to be able to talk to you and to find out what happened.
Here we go. Sherry, how many times did you come to this hotel room with your two guy friends?
It's like completely just stopped. What about the two guys? Is the two guys that was murdered here? Are you here with us? Do you want to tell your story? Where'd you go? You just stopped talking.
If you just answer a little bit of our questions, then we'll let you be in peace. Can you do that for us?
The last word said was 47. Were you 47 years old when you died?
Was it? Oh man.
Drink.
Drink. Were you guys drinking?
No, that'd be a Colt 45. Not 47. Were you drinking whiskey? How many times did you
Danger.
Did
Yeah, you were in danger. You were doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing.
Did you know your husband knew?
Why didn't you just divorce your husband if you wanted to have an affair?
Brandy. Lights.
Randy Lights. Was Randy one of the guys that you were having an affair with? How many times did they have to paint these walls to cover up the blood? It was like it was going off. Right before I even started recording, it was bam, 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 bam. And now it's like nothing.
Do you know what type of gun he used?
Follow you.
No, you're not going to follow us. You have to stay
Throat.
here. Throat. Did somebody have trouble with their throat?
How old are you?
I'm 52. How old are you?
Children. Hammer.
Yes, I have children.
What did you use the hammer for?
Blessed.
No.
How does it work? Watching you.
Who's watching us? Tell us your name.
Keep recording.
We are. We're recording. You gotta tell us. What do you want us to record? You going to replay the incident?
Help.
Help.
You want to help us replay the incident?
Why would it say keep recording?
Flame.
Flame.
Cursed.
Cursed.
Close.
Closed.
Front.
Front.
Disrespectful.
Yes, you were disrespectful to your husband.
Inmate.
Inmate.
Well, Brushy Mountain's not that far from here.
Oh yeah, Brushy Mountain's not that far from here.
Were you having an affair with inmates that just got released? Did you work at the prison, Shay?
Hand.
What'd you say?
Hand.
Agreed.
You agree that you worked at the prison? What did you do at the prison?
Electric.
Did you work in maintenance?
Douglas.
Douglas.
Door. Choked. Neil.
What did it say?
Ronald.
Well, she's
Douglas Ronald.
electric, Douglas, door, choked, Neil, Ronald.
Okay.
So did your husband come in the door and one of the guys' name was Douglas and he choked Douglas and made him kneel down to Ronald? I don't know. Are we close to what happened? We're trying to tell your story here. Are we close to what happened that day? It seems like whenever you ask certain questions, it just shuts up.
Okay, so let's go back. So you worked at the prison, correct, Sherry? Were you a prison guard? Were you a nurse? Were you a cook? Were you maintenance? Were you a psychologist? Were you a doctor? Come on, help me.
Can you say one of the words that he said? Which one what your career was?
Did you work in one of the towers with a gun?
crazy. After all, it just doesn't say nothing.
Do you remember sending people to, what's that called, that hospital around here? Where they used to send Brushy Mountain inmates?
The psychiatric hospital?
No, it was a hospital. They had them.
Oh, like a general hospital? I don't know if there's a general hospital around here or not.
Gone. What is happening?
Gun? Well, what happened was you got shot.
What is happening? You were having an affair and your husband come in and killed you. Do you not remember that?
Juan. Backward. Gone. How many?
Well, you tell
I can't.
Us, you tell us how many you shot. Or
Grandmother.
What did your grandmother got to do with it? If you wouldn't have had an affair, you wouldn't have been dead. You wouldn't have got shot. Are you sorry for what you done?
Quiet again. Was that the first time you had affairs? Were the other two people prison guards as well? Were the other two men married? Is there anything you'd like to tell me to relay on to your family?
Are you sorry for what you done? Do you forgive your husband for killing you? She's not talking to us
Hold on,
anymore.
how do you know it's a she? Do you forgive yourself for killing these people?
Oh, well, I'm sitting here talking to her.
But if you look at the answers, it could have been him talking.
It could have been him.
I used a gun, I choked him out.
Do you forgive your wife? Let me rephrase that. Calvin, do you forgive your wife for having an affair on you? It's crazy that it just stops talking. You don't want to talk about it no more?
Are we the first people to ask you questions about that night? Did you tell?
It's like she, whatever, just stop talking. Can you say goodbye? Say goodbye, and we won't ask you any more questions about it. Well, it looks like she's not talking to us no more, or he's not talking to us no more. So we'll end it. Thank you for talking to us and telling us your story. I guess we'll piece together the words. We're out of here, guys. We drove a long ways to get
Guys.
here. Okay, so We're out of here. We're tired. That's all we got. Peace out.